So I want to start this video with a little shop intro here because I didn't do a great job of filming B-roll and montage type stuff to add in and cut in and whatever. So the first half of this video is going to be Tyler and I, that's his boost in the background, me on the assault going out in Pittsburgh trying to find some snow real late in the season here. I broke this thing again. Front track shock lower mount, this shaft. You can see one bolt broke inside there. I don't know if the other one's stripped or broke. I haven't checked the threads or anything yet. Managed to limp it back, so we'll cut into all that stuff. If you're here for the Catalyst review footage, I'll have the timestamp thing down below. You can go on the little scrolly bar and it'll pop up where things are. You can cut right ahead to that. That's the second half of the video. I also want to add into this little intro preface video segment here that I know a lot of people are probably going to be like, why is this video out and the 862 build stuff isn't finished? Most of my videos throughout the season have been like 3 to 7 days behind what's happening in the shop or out riding. This one I wanted to get out immediately because it has this Catalyst review footage and stuff in it, and I know a lot of people are kind of maybe hemming and hawing about what to spring order and things like that. So I wanted to get my impressions out there and my ride review of it as soon as I could, because I know that people might be wanting to know things and get another opinion that isn't biased, isn't paid for. I'm not brand loyal, I ride everything, I've had everything. So yeah, they're just genuine impressions of how I felt when I'm riding it, as I was riding it. That said, more 862 content is coming. I just have to get it edited and done, and I've taken some time to get this video out and whatever. So yeah, it's coming. I have ridden it. It's an absolute weapon. It's really cool. I'm pumped on how it's coming out. Got some small refinement things to work out along the way, but I'm pumped with it. So stay tuned for that stuff. Let's get into the rest of this video. Really last minute kind of impromptu trip up to Pittsburgh to see if there's any snow left, because clearly ain't nothing left here. Tyler's picking him up, hitting the road, 3-hour drive, give or take, and see what we got up there. Hopefully there's some good stuff left up top, but we'll find out. Oh sure, at it again. Pittsburgh, parking lot, up Route 3. Midweek people were posting pictures that looked pretty good, so we said, you know what? We'll head on up, see what happens. Okay. Oh yeah. Rigs everywhere. Whole mess of trucks and trailers. Why is this running like shit? That's a little better. Mag plug had fouled. I did not let it warm up before I blasted it out of the trailer, so kind of on me. Oh, baby. I didn't know it was going to be a blizzard out here today. Getting a really weird vibration in my feet. I don't know if my vibration is just the snow and like the road shit underneath or what. That's all tight. I don't know.
mean, I know they stopped grooming a while ago, so that's all, you know, there's nothing we can do about that, and we knew that coming up, but boy, she's whooped out in some spots. But this thing came right back into it. Plugs, fix the fuel mode. Oh boy, big hole. I didn't know it was going to be this wet though. I didn't think there was any precipitation in the forecasties. Jeez, a crow. Well, junction ahead, so that's good. Maybe we can get off of this stuff. It wouldn't be too bad if it weren't for the snow coming down, because I mean, shit, you can't see terrain at all. Woof. Whew. Jesus. These poor sleds. Man, you can't go 100 feet before your shield is just covered again, even with the heated thing plugged in. This is not good. I will flip this back on if we get to some good stuff at all. Which I don't know if we will. Oh! Not again. Something just broke. Okay, so found my noise. We blew the cross shaft out, so that's sick. These things just do not like the pounding we give them, huh?
Yeah, but we haven't even pounded anything today.
Well, it was kind of rough. It was a little rough through there for a couple spots. Yikes, dude. That's no good. Big zip tie job in there. So now, hopefully, we keep the shock. Oh, can't see nothing there. This year just doesn't quit. Battery's at 17%, so probably not going to have any footage because it's going to die pretty quick. But yeah, the year just doesn't stop. Plug right off the trailer, the shock arm, the lower front track shock, lower mounting rod, one bolt sheared right off. Therefore, sheared the other one. Hopefully it didn't egg the rail out. Shock is all zip tied so that it can't rub, can't blow the adjuster and reservoir off. Hopefully, gotta peck my way back super slow, and yeah, hope we make it. Torsion springs are jacked up, rear shock is stiffened right up. I'm trying to pick away at a pretty decent little like 20-mile-an-hour clip, but I don't know what that's gonna do under there. I'll have to go a little bit and then stop and check it and go from there. I'd hate to ruin the track and a shock. I know a really good shock guy, so I'm not incredibly stressed or worried about the shock. Do I want to spend however many $700-800 or whatever it's going to be? Absolutely not. But that's what comes with the sport, so it's just kind of how it is. But I'd really prefer not to ruin a track at the same time. But yeah, I mean, we're still out riding, I guess. But, you know, not much we can do about it other than suck it up, keep moving forward. I'm going to check this thing real quick. Hang on. Doesn't seem like it's blowing apart or chewing anything up crazy bad, so I'm just going to keep, you know, 20-ish miles an hour and keep going. But yeah, we had some great food on the way up. Stopped at April's Maple. We got, you know, an early brunch, lunch kind of deal there, because we figured we'd be out here hogging around all day. So yeah, we'll limp back to the truck. We'll stop at Essex House in Island Pond, get a late lunch, early dinner deal, and trek on home. I'm starting to discover, you know, 3,000 miles of abuse. I'm starting to find like the weak points of stuff that also it's been taken apart and put back together. So just the stresses of that and retorquing procedures and stuff, you know, just all of that combined with the abuse and the retorquing. And I mean, who knows, you put one little hairline crack in a bolt and 1,000 miles later it says, all right, see you later, and pops the head off. So really hard to say, chicken or the egg, if it's just abuse or if it's, you know, assembly over and over or what the deal is. But I mean, honestly, these torsions cranked up. We're really not riding all that bad back there. I do not want to damage the shock or the track. Like, I feel like I could double my speed and be fine, but we got to be careful, especially in these things here. Nice and slow. Yeah. Nice and slow. Okay, no spooky noises. Good. True. Nice, easy, gradual one here. Woo! Let's go! That's the thing. I'm trying to be positive because you can only be bummed for so long. It's like, what are you going to do? Be upset about it the whole time and just let it ruin everything? Nah, man. You can't. You just make do. That's what we're doing. Imagine, you guys can't tell, but I'm crying in here. I'm fucking zooming right now. So this is what it's like to sit here at 30 and just cruise along. You really can actually look at stuff the whole time. Like, you can just chill off into the trees and look for deer and shit. Kind of peaceful. I just wish I had a 15. So that's right, microphone was plugged in. You didn't get to hear while I was working. I did not have a 15 mil. Oh, that was a good bump in the center. I did not have a 15 millimeter, like basically socket. I didn't have a socket, didn't have a ratchet, don't even have a 50 millimeter wrench. Really eye opener to how not good my toolkit is. So I definitely need to, in the off season, assemble a new toolkit, because that's just not good. Everything in my kit is standard, and I'm like looking at it and I'm like, why is all this stuff standard? I just haven't needed it, I guess, and I haven't looked at it in years. But yeah, I don't know what I was doing or am doing with that toolkit that is basically useless on these machines. Again, I know better. Yeah, just that's the way she goes. Like, we're not putting it through anything rough, but it's still going pretty good. Pretty good. Maybe I'll just run it without a front track shock all the time. Who needs them? On the road again. I pulled over just to stop that back there because I noticed there was another guy behind us, and he pulls over and just starts chatting with us. Nice guy, Rob. Rob knew Mike Jones and a bunch of other people that I knew from up in this area and whatnot, so we stopped and chatted for a while and let him go. He took off, and now we're back on the road pecking along. Hello. The zip ties are holding up great. The shock is right in the same spot. It's not moving. It doesn't appear to have rubbed or slammed around on anything, so I think we're in good shape. I'm going to make out pretty good with just having to buy a shaft and some bolts and some plastic shim jobbers and whatever else. We made it! Well, we made it back to the truck. That was certainly exciting. Can't win. We just can't win this year, you know? What you got there? See something you gotta have?
No.
No?
See these barreling at us, but they're
Yeah, they're fine. They're cranking.
Yeah.
Oh, brother.
All right, if you found your way here for the Catalyst review footage stuff, I just want to start this with, I did not do any sort of filming in terms of B-roll or pictures or anything like that because it was very last minute. We were coming back from our little trail ride. We said, hey, let's stop into Granite State Power Equipment and see if they still have the demos and if they'll let us take them out for a little bit. Huge shout out to them. They were amazing. We stopped in. They were closing up from their vintage ride and cleaning up all their tables and all that stuff. And they said, yeah, we still have it. You're more than welcome to take it out. They are out recovering broken sleds right now. So as soon as they get back, you guys can take it right out and go for it. So we waited for quite a while for those broken sleds to get towed back in. So I need to preface everything, especially the 858. Both of these sleds had just towed sleds back. So the belts were hot, the belts were cooked from demo ride mileage. The carbides were not that great on them, but they still let us take them out and they said, hey, you guys are probably gonna be the last ones to ride these. They're going back to Arctic Cat after this. Go ride them. We know it's not great. We know there's a lot of rocks. Go ride them. See what you think. Actually get out and ride the things and get a great impression of them. And that's what we were fortunate enough to do. So again, huge shout out to Granite State Power Equipment there in Pittsburgh for letting us take these things out and really kind of put them through their paces for a little bit. I think we did 8 miles each way, swap sleds, came back. We took out a Catalyst 600, which I believe was a 137 with just the standard IFP shocks on it. And then we took out a ZR 858 with the Attack. Yeah, you'll see I'm kind of very surprised at how much I like those things. So enough of me rambling. We're gonna cut into that. Off we go.
So do you know where to go? Because I sure don't.
It's that way. You'll see the trail.
Yeah, well, I mean, once we're out there.
Go straight and turn around.
Yeah. See how this pulls here. Oh, basket.
Yep, start.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's more fun. Whoa, the seat, dude. It's kind of like a rock. I can't turn. Where are the carbides, dude? Alrighty, Granite State Power Equipment. Letting us do some demos. Very responsive. Carbides are definitely gone. The steering is definitely interesting because you definitely notice like the amount you turn the bars is not like a direct translation to what the skis do, or so it seems. Like I feel like I'm turning the bars a lot more than the skis are turning. Whoa, it's slushy. Yeah, the chassis is pretty nice. Like seating position wise. We ain't got no carbide, brother. It's a little lazy, but who knows what we got for mileage total and belt wear and all that. And we're in slush, so we gotta keep that in mind. The chassis is very fun. Like it's just, you can move wherever you need to, anytime. Dang, this thing's kind of cool. This thing goes good. ATAC is just on medium. I don't think it's studded out back, so obviously we're sliding around a good bit. Motor is very responsive. I'm sure you can hear it. I've been running with no hand warmers. I gotta figure out how to turn them f***ers on. I know the carbides are gone. I keep having to jab the brake to get the front to dive back down and get some bite. We are on terrible stuff. Before anyone says, I'm getting coated. Like, this thing is throwing stuff all over my back. That I do not like. Granite State told us, take these out and run them. They said, you know, don't worry about it. We know it's not great out there, but go for it. Why is it throwing everything all over my back, brother? How do I turn these bad boys on? Ah! Whoa. I don't know what I'm doing. How do you switch it?
Like, hold this button right here.
Touchscreen's locked. I held it down to do that. Aha!
Attack medium.
Firm. Got it. You got to push the whole thing in.
Push the whole thing.
Whole button. All right. Took a little bit, but we got it. The gauge is really nice, clean, crisp. Yeah, the seating is great. I wish I had the bars ahead a little bit, just a little bit more aggressive to get some weight up on the skis. But yeah, I mean, we're in really nice trail, you know. Oh my God. That's the only thing. It's at speed, the steering feels really good. Low speed, it's kind of goofy where, like, I feel like I'm turning the bars way more than the skis are actually turning. And I know they've got some leverage ratio stuff going on. Oh my Lord, stay straight. So I know they've got a bunch of, you know, linkages in there to make it lighter steering. So I'm sure the ratios are different, but wow, firm is definitely very firm. I'm covered. My back is covered with slush. I can feel it. Yeah, firm's a little bit much. Let's see if we can do this while we're riding. Yep. There we go. Cool. You can feel it while you ride. That's sick. The switch is pretty sweet once you get it figured out. I mean, it goes pretty nice. It's tough that we have such limited trail here. It really doesn't ride that bad out back. But boy, she is not turning. I really can't say that I am blown away by the power. But again, we don't know mileage. I don't know the condition of the belt or anything like that. I'm waiting to get hit in the back of the head with a rock. Wait, throwing all the slush. It really does ride good. The front end is incredible. Like, the front end confidence in geometry, like I've been saying, a lot of my... Ooh, this thing's sick. Oh, no. I've told a bunch of people that this front end geometry is incredible and I like everything that they're doing. And now to actually be able to ride one, like, man, this is really good. This trail, not so much. But the front end, some impressive.
Where was this guy saying it got better?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're supposed to take that other stuff.
That's what I was thinking. We'll go back and go up that a little bit and then switch.
Yeah, okay.
This front end is fucking great.
It is.
It's really good.
It's really good.
The belt, I don't know if it's out of break-in or anything of that sort. It's not wowing me power-wise.
Right.
I'm sure clutching will make it better because it's only pulling like 7,700 RPM, and I'd imagine it's supposed to be way higher than that. 82. So I'm guessing like the belt is smoked from all the demo rides or who knows what. But I don't think it vibrates too much. I want the bars ahead a little bit more.
Absolutely, yeah.
But boy,
it feels like it's too far away from you.
Yeah, not even that. I
It be like right here.
I feel like I can't get up and manipulate the chassis because the bars are touching my nipples.
Right.
You know, like I want the bar here.
And yeah, you see how far the roll.
Exactly. Yep. But like,
and then this skid doesn't transfer very much. Obviously, we're on.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a wheelie monster.
129.
But it doesn't ride that bad. Like it rides pretty damn good. Granted, we're not into any of that big chop that we were earlier. Right. But like it's pretty. The chassis feels great. Like the seating and maneuverability. I don't mind the seat now that we're out riding. Like when you first get on it, you're like, damn, this thing's firm. But like cruising it, it feels good. You should order one.
Don't talk me into it.
Yeah, the low speed steering feels it feels strange. Like I feel like I'm turning way more than the skis are moving. Again, I keep reiterating that because that's what's the weirdest thing, and like the biggest thing standing out to me is that low speed steering feels goofy. Again, we're saying, like we just talked back there, we say it doesn't transfer much. I haven't looked at anything in terms of coupler, like torsion spring setting, nothing. We just hopped on and went for this little rip here. But I am getting pelted with stuff. I think that's kind of been a common thing for the 137 Cats, and they make those little close-off panels. They go between the bumper and the running board to stop them from throwing this stuff. So there's that. But man, this front end is so good. My father would absolutely love this thing. Oh, it's so responsive to whatever you do to it. Damn, dude. Wow, I did not think I would like this as much as I do. Huh. Dang. This thing with a ski on it? Brother. If the bars were ahead with a ski on this, some clutch work, pulling RPM right, oh man. There's 8 with some track spin. Pulls the skis a little bit, not a ton. back, let's go. Damn, this thing's, dang, dude. I didn't want to love it, but I do. I didn't want to like it this much, but I do. Oh. I didn't want to like it as much as I do. On the 6er now. This thing sounds cool. Woo. Noticeable, way more heat on my legs right now already on the 6er. This is just regular old Catalyst, no attack, 600 jobber. So the power difference is very noticeable. This already turns way better. We got way more carbide on here. Power difference is noticeable. This is just as responsive, if not, well, it's about the same. Maybe a little bit more responsive, but it doesn't have that mid-range grunt that one does up there. Oh, we're getting some slushies. Oh, this chassis, you can move all over this thing. Well, at least I got to ski over that. I like that you can just slide your feet right out of the toe holds. I don't know how, well, I do know how. It's warm out, but I don't feel like our hands are cold one bit. I don't think this is a cold weather machine unless you put a giant window on it. Yep, I would not be happy with a 600. That wouldn't be enough power for me. It goes good though. Like, it does the thing. Oh, a deer. Big old deer. The 137 up there definitely feels a little more balanced in terms of when you brake really heavy. It feels like it is a little bit more stable overall. This seems to kind of pitch forward and back a bit, but again, I don't know what torsions are at or anything like that. This thing has a lot more belt and exhaust heat coming out of it than the 858 did. Very noticeable. Oh my God, we can't turn it all. Woo, baby. They both, man, they work good. For being very unknown and like everything, spring preload, torsion spring, shock settings, all of it. Man, they work good. My right foot is very warm right now, though. I'll tell you that. I mean, you can hang off this thing. This is very cool. Woo! My biggest complaint, for sure, is the amount of stuff they throw all over your back. That and the low speed steering is kind of goofy. But those are my two biggest gripes. I think without some shin pads, this ridge right here will kind of really tear my shins up. Other than that, the seating feels really good. I don't know how it would be on like a 300-mile saddlebag ride, but I think if you're 100 mile a day, 150, maybe even 200, and you just kind of rip around locally and you just do day rides, I think these things are, man, they're gonna be kind of hard to beat. It's pretty sweet.